Hello, English learners. My name is Emma, and I'm from EFL USA. And today, I want you to close your eyes for just 3 seconds and imagine something with me. Imagine your phone rings. You look at the screen. It says, unknown number. You know it might be the doctor's office calling you back. You know it might be the school calling about your child. You pick it up. You say, hello? And the voice on the other side speaks fast, really fast, and says something like, hi, this is Jennifer calling from Riverside Family Clinic. We have an opening this Thursday at 2:15. Would that work for you? Or would you prefer we put you on the cancellation list for an earlier date? Could you understand that? Could you answer in 3 seconds without stopping to translate every word in your head? If your answer is no, I would panic. Then you are exactly the person this lesson was made for. And I promise you, by the end of this video, that same phone call will not scare you anymore. This is practical English for life in America. And today's lesson is part of our American Survival English series. Today, we are focusing on one of the most stressful parts of daily life in the United States. Phone calls and appointments, not phone calls where you're just chatting with a friend. I mean real phone calls, doctor's office calls, school calls, landlord calls, job calls, the kind of call where if you don't understand, you might lose an appointment, lose a chance, or have to call back and start all over again, feeling embarrassed. So today, you are not just going to learn some words. You are going to learn how to survive an American phone call, how to sound calm even when your heart is beating fast, and how to get exactly what you need, even if the other person talks quickly. Before we begin, if this is your first time here, please subscribe and tap the bell, because every single day we give you one more tool to feel less afraid and more confident living your life in English. Now, take a deep breath with me, in and out. Good. Let's begin. I want to tell you about someone. Her name is Maria. Maria moved to the United States about 8 months ago. She's still learning English. She still gets nervous on the phone. And honestly, most phone calls make her hands feel a little bit cold, a little bit shaky. And today, Maria had one very important phone call to make. Her son, Diego, is 7 years old, and he has been having ear pain for 2 days. Maria needs to call the pediatrician's office to get an appointment, and she needs it soon because Diego cried again last night, and Maria is worried it might be an ear infection. So this morning, Maria sat at her kitchen table. She looked on a little card from the clinic, and before she pressed call, she took a breath, just like you did a moment ago, and she said to herself quietly, "Okay, I can do this. I just need to listen carefully and answer simply." And then she called. The phone rang 2 times, and then a voice answered. "Good morning. Riverside Family Clinic. This is Jennifer speaking. How can I help you today?" Now, Maria's heart was beating a little fast, But she remembered something important. You do not need to understand every single word. You need to understand the important words, and you need to be ready to say a few key sentences. So Maria said, "Hi, good morning. My son has an ear infection, I think. Can I make an appointment, please?" Jennifer answered, "Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Let me check the schedule. Can I get your son's name and date of birth, please?" Maria answered clearly, "Yes. His name is Diego Fernandez, and his birthday is March 3rd, 2019. Jennifer said, "Great. Thank you. Okay, I see him in our system. We have an opening this afternoon at 4:30 or tomorrow morning at 9. Which one works better for you?" And this is the moment, learners. This is the exact moment where many people freeze. Because now you have to make a quick decision in English, on the spot, with a real person waiting for your answer. Maria paused for just 1 second, and then she said, "This afternoon at 4:30 is better for us. Please." Jennifer said, "Perfect. I've got you down for 4:30 today. Please arrive 15 minutes early to fill out some paperwork. Does he have his insurance card with him?" Maria answered, "Yes, I have it here." Jennifer said, "Wonderful. We'll see you and Diego at 4:15 then. Feel better soon, little guy." And Maria said, "Thank you so much. See you later," and hung up the phone. And she sat there for a second, and she smiled because she did it. She understood, she answered, and she got the appointment her son needed. That, learners, is what today's lesson is going to give you. The exact tools Maria used so that the next time your phone rings and it's an important call, you will not freeze. You will breathe, you will listen for the keywords, and you will answer with confidence. Now, before we go further, I want to ask you something. Have you ever had a phone call in English where you were so nervous, your mind just went blank, even though you knew the words? Maybe you have. Maybe it happened at a doctor's office, or when you called about a job, or when you tried to make an appointment for your car. Use it. That feeling is completely normal, and it happens to almost every single person learning a new language. The good news is it gets easier every single time you practice. And that is exactly what we're going to do together right now. Let's start with our first set of key words and phrases, the ones you absolutely need for phone calls and appointments. I'm going to say the word, and I want you to repeat after me, out loud, even if you're sitting alone right now. Your voice matters. Your mouth needs to practice moving, not just your brain understanding. Our first word is appointment. Appointment. Repeat after me. Appointment. An appointment simply means a planned time to meet someone, like a doctor, a dentist, or someone at an office. For example, I need to make an appointment with the doctor. Or, my appointment is at 3 o'clock. Now you try. Say one short sentence using the word appointment. Pause the video if you need a moment and say it out loud. Our next word is reschedule. Reschedule. Repeat after me. Reschedule. To reschedule means to change the time or date of something you already planned. It's a longer word, but it's very useful. For example, I can't come on Monday. Can we reschedule? Or she had to reschedule her interview. Now you try. Make your own short sentence with the word reschedule and say it clearly out loud. Our next phrase is hold the line. Hold the line. Hold the line. Repeat after me. Hold the line. This means, please wait a moment while I'm on the phone. When someone says, please hold the line, they mean, please don't hang up, wait a little bit. For example, can you hold the line for 1 moment? Or, I was on hold for 10 minutes. Now you try. Say a sentence using hold the line. Our next word is voicemail. Voicemail. Repeat after me. Voicemail. Voicemail is the recorded message you hear when nobody answers the phone and where you can leave a message. For example, nobody answered, so I left a voicemail. Or, please check your voicemail later. Now you try. Make a sentence with voicemail and say it out loud, clearly, slowly. And our next phrase is confirm the appointment. Confirm the appointment. Repeat after me. Confirm the appointment. To confirm means to say, yes, that's correct, or yes, I will be there. For example, I'm calling to confirm my appointment for tomorrow. Or, can you confirm the time again, please? Now you try. Say your own sentence with confirm. Good. Now, let's take these 5 pieces. Appointment, reschedule, hold the line, voicemail, and confirm the appointment, and put them together into one small, real conversation, the way you would actually use them on the phone. Listen first, all the way through, and then we will shadow it together. Piece by piece. Here is the conversation. Hi, I'm calling to confirm my appointment for tomorrow at 10. Sure. Can I get your name, please? Yes, it's Carlos Ramirez. 1 moment, please hold the line. Okay, no problem. Thank you for waiting. Yes, I see your appointment. 10 o'clock tomorrow confirmed. Great. Thank you so much. Oh, actually, wait. I might need to reschedule. Is 11 possible instead? Let me check. Yes, 11 works. I've updated it. Perfect, thank you. You're welcome. Have a great day. Now let's shadow this together in small pieces. Repeat after me. I'm calling to confirm my appointment for tomorrow at 10. Again, a little faster this time. I'm calling to confirm my appointment for tomorrow at 10. Now repeat. Please hold the line. Once more time. Please hold the line. Now repeat. I might need to reschedule. Again. I might need to reschedule. Now repeat. Is 11 possible instead? One more time. Is 11 possible instead? Wonderful. You just practiced 5 real, useful pieces of a real American phone call, and your mouth is already getting more comfortable saying them. Let's go back to Maria for a moment, because her story isn't finished yet, and there's a part of it that shows exactly why this lesson matters so much. A few days after Diego's appointment, Maria had another phone call to make, but this one felt even harder because it wasn't about her son. It was about her own job. Maria had applied for a position at a local daycare center, helping take care of young children something she used to do back in her home country. She had submitted her application online, and a few days later, her phone rang while she was in the middle of cooking dinner. She saw a number she didn't recognize, and something told her this might be the daycare calling. Her hands were a little wet from washing vegetables. She quickly dried them on a towel, and she answered, a little breathless. "Hello? Hi, is this Maria?" the voice said. "Yes, this is Maria," she answered. "Great! This is Patricia calling from Sunshine Daycare Center. We received your application, and we'd love to schedule a quick phone interview with you. Would that be possible sometime this week?" And here is where Maria's heart really started racing, because this wasn't just an appointment for her son anymore. This was about her own future, her own job, her own ability to help support her family. She took one breath, remembered that she didn't need to understand every single word, only the important ones, and she said, "Yes, that would be great." "What day works for you?" Patricia said. "How about Thursday, around 2 in the afternoon?" And Maria answered, "Thursday at 2, that works for me." Patricia said, "Wonderful. I'll call you back then. Is this the best number to reach you?" Maria said, "Yes, this is my cell phone. I always have it with me." Patricia said, "Perfect. Talk to you Thursday, Maria. Have a great rest of your day." And Maria said, "Thank you so much. You too." And after she hung up, she stood in her kitchen for a moment, just breathing, feeling proud of herself, because she did it again. She understood the important parts. She gave clear answers, and she didn't need to be perfect. She just needed to be clear and calm. What about you? Have you ever gotten a call about a job and felt that same mix of excitement and fear at the same time? That feeling where your heart wants to celebrate, but your mind is also a little bit scared? That's completely normal. And the tools we're practicing today are exactly what will help you feel steadier the next time it happens to you. Neke. Let's add a few more essential words to your toolbox now. Words that are specifically useful for job-related and appointment-related. Phone calls, because Maria's second phone call used some new vocabulary that we haven't covered yet. Listen, repeat, and let's build your confidence piece by piece. Our next word is available. Available. Repeat after me. Available. Available means free or open, like a time slot that isn't taken by someone else yet. For example, what times are available on Thursday? Or, I'm available in the morning. Now you try. Make your own sentence with the word available. Our next word is reach. Reach, in this context, means to contact someone, usually by phone. Repeat after me, reach. For example, is this the best number to reach you? Or, I couldn't reach him yesterday. Now you try. Say a sentence using reach to mean contacting someone. Our next phrase is call you back. Call you back. Repeat after me. Call you back. This simply means someone will call you again later. For example, I'll call you back on Thursday. Or, can you call me back after 5? Now you try. Make a sentence using call you back. Our next word is schedule, used as a verb this time, meaning to plan a time for something. Repeat after me. Schedule. For example, we'd love to schedule a phone interview. Or, can we schedule a meeting for next week? Now you try. Say your own sentence using schedule as a verb. And finally, our word cell phone, which many of you probably already know, but let's make sure you can say it quickly and naturally. Repeat after me. Cell phone. For example, this is my cell phone number. Or, I always keep my cell phone with me. Now you try. Make a simple sentence with cell phone. Now let's put these 5 new words together with a short mini conversation similar to what happened between Maria and Patricia, so you can practice the whole flow. Listen first, then shadow with me. Here is the conversation. We'd love to schedule a phone interview. Would that be possible this week? Yes, that would be great. What day works for you? How about Thursday at 2? Thursday at 2 works for me. Perfect. Is this the best number to reach you? Yes, this is my cell phone. I always have it with me. Great. I'll call you back then. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much, you too. Let's shadow this together. Small piece by small piece. Repeat after me. We'd love to schedule a phone interview. One more time, a little faster. We'd love to schedule a phone interview. Now repeat. Is this the best number to reach you? Again, is this the best number to reach you? Now repeat. This is my cell phone. One more time. This is my cell phone. Now repeat. I'll call you back then. Again. I'll call you back then. Beautiful. Notice how these sentences are short, simple, and extremely reusable in almost any phone call situation you'll face in America, whether it's a job, a school, a clinic, or even your landlord. I want you to notice something, learners. In both of Maria's phone calls, she didn't say anything complicated. She didn't use big words. She used short, clear, simple sentences. And she listened carefully for the specific pieces of information she needed: a time, a date, a name, a confirmation. This is the real secret to surviving phone calls in English. You do not need perfect grammar. You do not need a big vocabulary. You need to catch the key information, and you need 3 or 4 solid sentences you can say with confidence every single time. That's exactly the toolbox we are building for you today. Piece by piece, together, let's continue, because there's one more layer to Maria's story that I want to share with you, something that happened right before her interview call, something that almost every one of you watching this video has probably experienced too. The night before her scheduled interview with Patricia from Sunshine Daycare, Maria couldn't sleep well. She kept thinking, what if she asks me something I don't understand? What if I say the wrong thing? What if I sound silly? These thoughts are so common, and if you've had them too, I want you to know you are not alone. And every single person who has ever learned a new language has felt exactly what you're feeling right now. But here's what Maria did that made all the difference. Instead of trying to guess every possible question, she prepared a few flexible sentences that she could use no matter what was asked. Sentences like, "Could you repeat that, please?" And "I'm sorry, could you speak a little slower?" And "Let me think about that for a moment." These simple sentences became her safety net, her way of staying calm even if she didn't understand something completely the first time. Listen! And this brings us to something incredibly important that most English lessons never teach you. It is completely okay, completely normal, and completely professional to ask someone to repeat themselves or slow down on the phone. Native English speakers do this too. Let's learn exactly how to do this politely and confidently, because this single skill alone will change how you feel about every phone call for the rest of your life in this country. Repeat after me. Could you repeat that, please? One more time, please. This phrase is polite, professional, and completely normal to use. Now repeat. Could you speak a little slower, please? Again. Could you speak a little slower, please? Now repeat. I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. One more time. I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. And finally repeat. Can you say that one more time? Again. Can you say that one more time? These 4 sentences are your safety net. I want you to imagine them like a rope you can hold on to whenever a phone call feels like it's moving too fast for you. You will never sound rude or unprofessional using these. In fact, you will sound careful, thoughtful, and clear, which is exactly the impression you want to give. Let's put those safety net sentences to work right away, because Maria actually needed one of them the very next day during her real interview call with Patricia. The call started smoothly, but about halfway through, Patricia asked a question quickly, using a phrase Maria hadn't heard before. Patricia said, "So, can you walk me through your experience working with toddlers, specifically around nap time routines and snack schedules?" And for a second, Maria's mind went quiet, blank, like the words had just slipped past her too fast to grab onto. But instead of panicking, instead of pretending she understood when she didn't, Maria remembered her safety net, and she said, calmly, "I'm sorry. Could you repeat that a little slower, please?" And Patricia, without any judgment at all, simply said, "Of course, no problem." I asked, "Can you tell me about your experience with toddlers, especially with things like nap time and snack time?" And this time, Maria understood perfectly, and she answered clearly, describing her years of experience caring for young children back home. The interview continued smoothly after that, and by the end of the call, Patricia said, "Maria, I really enjoyed talking with you. We'll be in touch by the end of the week with our decision." And Maria thanked her, hung up the phone, and sat there smiling, not because the call was perfect, but because she handled the hard moment with grace, using exactly the tool we just practiced together. This is the heart of today's lesson, learners. It is not about being perfect on the phone. It is about having a plan for the moments when you don't understand, so that instead of freezing or panicking, you simply reach for one of your safety net sentences and you keep the conversation moving forward. Every single phone call you make in English will get a little bit easier, a little bit less scary, once these sentences become automatic in your mouth. Now let's expand your vocabulary. Toolbox. Even further, because there's a whole world of specific phone and appointment language that will help you in almost any situation you face here in America, whether it's a school, a landlord, a repair company, or an office. Listen first, then repeat after me. And remember, saying it out loud is what builds the muscle memory in your mouth and your brain together. Our next word is receptionist. Receptionist. Repeat after me. Receptionist. A receptionist is the person who usually answers the phone first at an office, like a clinic, a school, or a business. For example, the receptionist told me to arrive 15 minutes early. Or, I spoke with the receptionist about my appointment. Now you try. Make your own sentence with the word receptionist and say it clearly. Our next word is extension. Extension. Repeat after me. Extension. In a phone call, an extension is a specific number you dial or press to reach a certain person or department inside a larger office. For example, please dial extension 4 for the pharmacy. Or, can you connect me to extension 12? Now you try. Say a sentence with extension. Our next phrase is leave a message. Leave a message. Repeat after me. Leave a message. This means to record or give information for someone to receive later, usually because they didn't answer the phone. For example, nobody answered, so I left a message. Or, would you like to leave a message for the doctor? Now you try. Make your own sentence with leave a message. Our next word is urgent. Urgent. Repeat after me. Urgent. Urgent means something important that needs attention very soon, very quickly. For example, this is urgent. My son has a high fever. Or, it's not urgent. I can wait until next week. Now you try. Say a sentence using the word urgent. And our final word for this section is available slot, which combines with a word we already learned. Repeat after me. Available slot. This means an open time you can choose for an appointment. For example, do you have any available slots this Friday? Or, the next available slot is in 2 weeks. Now you try. Make a sentence with available slot. Let's combine these 5 new words into a realistic mini phone conversation, the kind you might actually experience when calling a busy office where you might need to reach a specific person or leave information. Listen carefully first, all the way through, and then we will shadow it together. Here is the conversation. Good afternoon. Thank you for calling Westside Medical Group. This is the receptionist speaking. How can I help you? Hi. I need to speak with Dr. Chen's office. It's a bit urgent. Okay, let me connect you. Please dial extension 7. Or, I can transfer you now. Please transfer me, thank you. One moment. I'm sorry, that line is busy right now. Would you like to leave a message? Yes, please. Can you tell them I need the next available slot as soon as possible? Absolutely. I'll pass that along right away. Now, let's shadow this together, small piece by small piece. Slowly at first, and then a little faster. Repeat after me. I need to speak with Dr. Chen's office. One more time. I need to speak with Dr. Chen's office. Now repeat. It's a bit urgent. Again, it's a bit urgent. Now repeat. Would you like to leave a message? One more time. Would you like to leave a message? And now repeat. I need the next available slot as soon as possible. Again, a little faster. I need the next available slot as soon as possible. Wonderful work. Notice how natural and short these sentences are. You are not memorizing a script word for word. You are collecting small, powerful tools that you can mix and match in almost any real phone call you'll face here. Let's take a short pause from vocabulary now and go straight into fast, practical practice, the kind that builds real muscle memory in your mouth, because knowing words is only half of the journey. Being able to say them quickly, without stopping to think, is the other half, and that's what we're going to build right now. I'm going to give you a pattern, a sentence frame, you can use for almost any phone call about appointments, and then I'm going to give you several different situations, and I want you to practice fitting the situation into the pattern out loud, quickly, without overthinking. Our first pattern is, I'm calling to, let's practice. I'm calling to confirm my appointment. Repeat. I'm calling to confirm my appointment. I'm calling to reschedule my appointment. Repeat. I'm calling to reschedule my appointment. I'm calling to cancel my appointment. Repeat. I'm calling to cancel my appointment. I'm calling to ask about available times. Repeat. I'm calling to ask about available times. I'm calling to speak with the doctor. Repeat. I'm calling to speak with the doctor. Notice how one simple pattern, I'm calling to, can open almost any phone call you'll ever need to make. This is exactly the kind of tool that will save you in a real, stressful moment. Our second pattern is, do you have any available? Let's practice quickly. Do you have any available times on Monday? Repeat. Do you have any available times on Monday? Do you have any available slots this week? Repeat. Do you have any available slots this week? Do you have any available appointments today? Repeat. Do you have any available appointments today? Do you have any available doctors right now? Repeat. Do you have any available doctors right now? Excellent. Your mouth is starting to move faster and more naturally already. Our third pattern is, can you, followed by a request. Let's practice. Can you call me back later? Repeat. Can you call me back later? Can you check the schedule for me? Repeat. Can you check the schedule for me? Can you connect me to that department? Repeat. Can you connect me to that department? Can you send me a confirmation text? Repeat. Can you send me a confirmation text? Beautiful. You're building real fast, usable English, one pattern at a time. Now let's go back to Maria's world one more time. Because a few weeks after her interview, something happened that shows exactly why we're spending so much time on this pattern. Practice. No, Maria got the daycare job. She was so happy, so proud, but her very first week on the job came with a brand new phone challenge, one that many people never think about until it happens to them. She had to make phone calls on behalf of the daycare center, calling parents to update them about their children during the day. This meant Maria, who used to be the nervous person receiving calls, now had to become the confident person making calls to other people in English, representing her workplace. Her supervisor said to her gently, "Don't worry, Maria, just use simple, clear sentences. And. If you don't understand what a parent says, it's okay to ask them to repeat." And Maria, remembering everything she had practiced, everything we've practiced together today, felt something she hadn't expected to feel. Ready, not perfect, not fluent like a native speaker, but ready and calm and capable. That very afternoon, Maria had to call a parent named Mr. Thompson, whose son had a small scrape on his knee during outdoor playtime. Nothing serious, but something the daycare's policy required them to report. Maria took a breath, dialed the number, and when Mr. Thompson answered, she said, clearly and calmly, "Hi, this is Maria calling from Sunshine Daycare. Is this a good time to talk?" And Mr. Thompson said, "Yes, sure. Is everything okay?" And Maria continued, "Yes, everything is fine. I just wanted to let you know, your son had a small scrape on his knee during outside playtime. We cleaned it and put a bandage on it, and he's playing happily again now." Mr. Thompson said, "Oh, thank you so much for calling. I really appreciate it." And Maria said, "Of course. Have a great rest of your day," and hung up the phone and felt a warm, proud feeling spread through her chest, because months ago, she was the person freezing on the phone, and now she was the person calmly, clearly, professionally handling a phone call in her new language, in her new country, in her new job. I want you to hold on to Maria's story because it shows you something incredibly powerful. The fear you feel right now about phone calls in English, it does not last forever. Every single call you practice, every single sentence you shadow, every single pattern you repeat out loud, it's building a bridge, slowly, steadily, toward the day when you, too, will make a phone call in English and feel calm instead of scared. Let's add one more small but very useful set of vocabulary now, words connected to the ending of phone calls, because how you end a call matters just as much as how you start it, and it's often the part learners forget to practice. Our next phrase is, "Thank you for calling." Thank you for calling. Repeat after me. Thank you for calling. This is a very common, polite closing phrase, often used by the person answering the phone. For example, "Thank you for calling. Have a great day." Now you try. Make a sentence using thank you for calling. Our next phrase is take care. Take care. Repeat after me. Take care. This is a warm, friendly way to say goodbye. For example, all right, take care. See you soon. Now you try. Say a sentence ending with take care. Our next phrase is, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Repeat after me. I appreciate it. This means thank you, but sounds a little more sincere and grateful. For example, thank you for your help. I really appreciate it. Now you try. Make your own sentence using I appreciate it. And our final phrase for this section is, have a good one. Have a good one. Repeat after me. Have a good one. This is a very casual, common way Americans say goodbye, meaning have a good day. For example, all right, thanks again. Have a good one. Now you try. Say a sentence ending with have a good one. Let's put all of these closing phrases together into a short, natural ending. The kind you'll hear at the end of almost every friendly phone call in America. Listen first, then shadow with me. Here is the ending. All right, thank you so much for your help. Of course. Thank you for calling. Is there anything else I can help you with? No, that's all. I appreciate it. You're very welcome. Take care now. You too. Have a good one. Bye now. Let's shadow this together, piece by piece. Repeat after me. Thank you so much for your help. One more time. Thank you so much for your help. Now repeat. Is there anything else I can help you with? Again, is there anything else I can help you with? Now repeat. I appreciate it. One more time, warmly. I appreciate it. And now repeat. Take care now. Again, take care now. And finally, repeat. Have a good one. One more time. Have a good one. Beautiful. You now have a complete toolbox. How to open a call, how to ask for what you need, how to handle moments of confusion, and how to close a call warmly and politely. Let's take everything you've learned so far and push it one level further. Because right now, I want to give you a rapid-fire pattern drill. The kind of practice that trains your mouth to react quickly without translating in your head first. Because in a real phone call, you often only have 2 or 3 seconds to respond before the silence starts to feel awkward. Here is our pattern. Can I get? Followed by something you need. Let's move quickly now. Can I get an appointment for tomorrow? Repeat. Can I get an appointment for tomorrow? Can I get the earliest available time? Repeat. Can I get the earliest available time? Can I get a call back later today? Repeat. Can I get a call back later today? Can I get your extension, please? Repeat. Can I get your extension, please? Can I get a confirmation text or email? Repeat. Can I get a confirmation text or email? You're doing wonderfully. Keep that rhythm going. Now let's try another pattern. Would it be possible to? This one sounds a little more polite, a little more formal, very useful when you're asking for something a bit bigger, like changing plans. Would it be possible to move my appointment to Friday? Repeat. Would it be possible to move my appointment to Friday? Would it be possible to speak to someone else? Repeat. Would it be possible to speak to someone else? Would it be possible to get an earlier slot? Repeat. Would it be possible to get an earlier slot? Would it be possible to call back after 5? Repeat. Would it be possible to call back after 5? Excellent. Notice how this pattern makes you sound thoughtful, careful, and respectful. Exactly the tone you want in professional phone calls. Let's try one final pattern together, one that helps you handle unexpected questions with grace. Let me think about that for a moment. This sentence buys you time, real, natural time, without sounding confused or unprepared. Repeat after me. Let me think about that for a moment. One more time, calmly. Let me think about that for a moment. This is not a weak sentence. This is a smart, confident sentence used by native speakers every single day when they need a second to gather their thoughts. You are allowed to pause. You are allowed to think. Fluent doesn't mean instant. Fluent means clear, and clear can absolutely include a thoughtful pause. Now, I want to bring Maria back into our story one final time today, because there's one more moment from her journey that I think will mean a lot to you, especially if you've ever felt like giving up on practicing English because it feels too hard, too slow, too embarrassing sometimes. About 2 months after starting her job at Sunshine Care, Maria received a phone call that surprised her completely. It was from the daycare's main office, and the voice on the other end was her supervisor, sounding warm and excited. "Maria," she said, "I wanted to call and tell you personally. We've decided to make your position permanent. And honestly, one of the reasons is because parents have told us how clearly and kindly you communicate with them, even the ones who don't realize English isn't your first language." And Maria, sitting at her kitchen table, the very same table where she once nervously called the pediatrician's office all those months ago, felt tears come to her eyes, happy tears, because she remembered exactly how scared she used to feel picking up the phone. And now, here she was, being praised for her communication. She said, "Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. This means so much to me." Using the very phrase we practiced together earlier, naturally, without even thinking about it, because it had become part of her. This is what real fluency looks like. Learners, it's not about sounding like a native speaker from a movie. It's about reaching a point where the tools you practice stop feeling like tools and they start feeling like your own natural voice. That transformation doesn't happen overnight. And it definitely doesn't happen by accident. It happens exactly like this. One word repeated out loud. One sentence shadowed carefully. One pattern practiced until it becomes automatic. One small phone call survived, and then another, until one day, without even noticing the exact moment it happened, you realize you're not scared anymore. Let's do one more full listening and shadowing round. bringing together almost everything we've learned today into one complete, realistic phone call from start to finish. The kind of call you might genuinely have here in America. Listen carefully all the way through first, picturing yourself as the person making this call, and then we'll shadow it together, piece by piece. One final time. Here is the full call. Good morning. Thank you for calling Lakeside Pediatrics. This is Jennifer. How can I help you? Hi. Good morning. I'm calling to make an appointment for my son. He hasn't been feeling well. I'm sorry to hear that. Can I get his name and date of birth, please? Yes, it's Diego Fernandez, March 3rd, 2019. Thank you. Let me check what's available. We have an opening today at 4:30 or tomorrow morning at 9. Which works better? Today at 4:30 is better for us, please. Perfect. I've got you down. Please arrive 15 minutes early. Is this the best number to reach you? Yes, this is my cell phone. I always have it with me. Great. We'll see you and Diego this afternoon then. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Of course. Take care, and I hope he feels better soon. Thank you. You too. Have a good one. Bye now. Now, let's shadow this together, slowly, in small natural pieces, the way you would truly speak it. Repeat after me. I'm calling to make an appointment for my son. Again, I'm calling to make an appointment for my son. Now repeat. Can I get his name and date of birth, please? One more time. Can I get his name and date of birth, please? Now repeat. What's available today? Again, what's available today? Now repeat. Today at 4:30 is better for us, please. One more time, a little smoother. Today at 4:30 is better for us, please. Now repeat. Is this the best number to reach you? Again, is this the best number to reach you? And finally, repeat. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. One more time, warmly. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Beautiful work. You just shadowed an entire, real, complete American phone call, start to finish, the exact kind of call that used to feel impossible. And now, piece by piece, it belongs to you. Before we finish today's lesson, let's take a moment to review everything you built today. Because reviewing out loud one more time is what moves these words from your short-term memory into your long-term memory, the place where they'll be waiting for you, ready, the next time your phone actually rings. You learned appointment, a planned time to meet someone. You learned reschedule, to change a planned time. You learned hold the line, asking someone to wait a moment on the phone. You learned voicemail, the recorded message system. You learned confirm the appointment, saying yes, that time works. You learned available and available slot, meaning open or free. You learned reach, meaning to contact someone. You learned call you back, meaning someone will phone you again later. You learned schedule, used as an action, to plan a time. You learned cell phone, your personal mobile number. You learned 4 powerful safety net sentences. Could you repeat that, please? Could you speak a little slower, please? I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. And can you say that one more time? You learned receptionist, extension, leave a message, urgent, and available slot. And you learned warm, natural closing phrases. Thank you for calling. Take care. I appreciate it. And have a good one. That is an enormous toolbox. Learners, built in just one lesson, one repetition at a time. I want you to really understand something before we close today. The next time your phone rings and you see an unknown number and your heart starts to beat a little faster, I want you to remember Maria sitting at her kitchen table. Hands a little cold, voice a little unsure, and I want you to remember that she wasn't fluent that day either. She simply had a few clear sentences ready, and she used them, one at a time, calmly, patiently. And because of that, she got her son the care he needed. She got the job she wanted. And eventually, she became someone other people trusted with important phone calls in her second language, in her new country. That same path is completely available to you too. Not someday, far in the future. Starting with your very next phone call. You don't need to sound perfect on the phone. You need 3 or 4 steady sentences, a calm breath, and the confidence to say, "Could you repeat that, please?" Whenever you need it, without any shame at all. That is what real, practical, usable English looks like, and that is exactly what we are building here together. Every single day, one lesson at a time. If today's lesson helped you feel even a little bit more ready to pick up the phone, please subscribe to this channel and tap that bell so you never miss a new lesson. Next time, we're going to step into a completely different survival situation together. One you'll face at the grocery store, the pharmacy, or maybe even during a job interview. And just like today, I'll be right here. I'll be right here with you. One word, one sentence, one small victory at a time. You are doing so much better than you think you are. Keep practicing. Keep repeating. Keep picking up that phone because every single call gets a little bit easier than the one before it. I'll see you in the next lesson. Take care and have a good one.